All right, I had to share this because it's kind of crazy. In the last 28 days, we made a couple of changes, a couple of adjustments, and 105,000 views in the last 28 days, over 7,600 watch hours, and 3,000 subscribers. And oh, let's not forget about the 911, that's a little close, $911. And what's that? 35 cents. Let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and jump into the computer, not like literally, but I want to show you a couple videos that helped us blow up this last month, but also how it was one simple thing that actually did this. I'm going to share that with you here in a second.
All right, so here we are in the dashboard, and I can't wait to show you guys this, but this is 104,974 views in the last 28 days, like I just said. Now, I just want to put this in perspective. I have another channel that has 100,000 subscribers, and we're averaging around 150 to 250, depending on the month, okay? And so this is really, really encouraging because this channel only has, at this time, 7,000 subscribers. It's fairly new. It's under 6 months old, I believe. And yeah, it's just really, really encouraging. And that's why I want to share this with you, because this is something you can do. I want you to learn from this, and I want to really just give you this lesson because it's not that hard, but it does take a little bit of patience and also consistency. All right. So, but I mean, before we get into it, I mean, look at this. This was 28 days ago. So we were averaging, this is daily, okay, which is still pretty good, right? And then it went down to here, and you can start to get frustrated in here, maybe, oh, we only got 900 and 800 views in a day. You know, like, oh, it was great before we had more views. And then boom, you get something that takes off. You hit a home run, right? Then you come down here, things kind of still are, we got good momentum here. Got another little spike, okay? And down here. Keep going, but now we're not getting lower than here, right? We're not going back here. We're staying above that, which is great. And that's because we're getting momentum. And you can see here, we're ticking up. Just to, again, while we're in here, look at this, 11,551 views in the last 48 hours, which is crazy. And if you look at this here, this is like hourly, over 291, 262, 213 currently. So this is really, really awesome. And this is the videos. So you can see these are the videos that we've done. So one big lesson here is consistency. Gotta be consistent. You gotta take those at bats. If you watch the video I shot the other day, talked all about taking more swings, more at bats. That's what we gotta do. We gotta take more at bats. All right. So here's what I want to get into. All right. These are the videos that are performing the best over the last 28 days. All right. Now, the reason why all of these did well is because of one thing. Title. We focus on creating titles that the algorithm likes and that people like. All right? That's the difference. I'm going to go over some of these with you. All right. But I want you to understand the importance of a title. A lot of people are like, oh, I want to think of the topic that I want to talk about, or I want to create my thumbnail, or I want to create the video first, and then I'll think of the title. We always do it title first, thumbnail, then we record. Okay. Because we want to make sure that we know, okay, exactly what we're going to be doing. The title for this was already created before I hit record, okay? Because I wanted to know, what am I going to be talking about? Now, of course, I'm going to share with you, the things that I want to talk about after I find out the title, right? The title, and then I just go ahead and I make sure that I can deliver on the promise. And I'm going to deliver on the promise here. All right. So here's the deal. This video right here, okay, 40,000 views, just crossed 40,000 views. And that one there, actually, it's funny, got a little bit of backlash, not a lot, actually, out of like over 1,500 comments, there might have been like 10. There wasn't that many, but people had thought, well, you shouldn't have did that. You shouldn't have shot that video. And the reason why is because I was talking about an individual. This is DoDash, and that's someone that I became aware of that was starting to blow up. And so I did a little bit of research and I go, oh, she is doing good, but there's a lot of things that she's, missing. And I want to make sure that her audience is taken care of because her audience is following her and she's not mentioning these things. So I want to cover that. So here's why the title worked though. Okay. There's a lot going into this title, but I want to break it down for you. Why new YouTuber DoDash's success is risky, a major lesson. All right. So right away, it's it's really bringing curiosity to anyone that's a new YouTuber. Okay. It's also anybody that has followed DoDash, and then it's looking at success, but then it's looking at it's risky and you want to know why. And then I also put at the end there, major lesson, which it is. All right. So I delivered on that promise, but that's the breakdown. Now, how could you use this? Well, you could put this in here like why new tomato growers need to use this fertilizer, or why new tomato growers are at risk of their plants dying, like something like that, right? Like that's what you could do. You don't have to use the word risky. I like the word risky because it worked. Now, the other part of this is where you would then use someone that is popular or trending in your niche. So I did another video on Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey's a well-known person, right? So I did a video on him, some advice that he gave, and then I just added some additional advice so all I was doing was piggybacking off of something that's already of interest of people, right? And I'm trying to see how I can serve their audience. So that's one thing. Now, before I get ahead of myself, I know that a lot of people struggle with titles. And I've been doing this a long time, been doing this over 15 years. I actually put 10 titles, made templates out of them that I use myself, and I put them in a swipe file. If you want a copy of that, just put hooks in the comments and I'll send you a copy of that. All right. I actually show you multiple examples in various niches on how you would plug and play. If you want a copy, like I said, I'll give it to you for free. Just put hooks in the comments and I'll send you a copy. All right. Let's move on to this one right here. And I'm going to show you on those two videos, I'm going to show you the analytics, the deep dive analytics on that, like how many subscribers we gained, how much money we made from those, and then also how much watch hours. All right. So this one right here, turn on this YouTube feature to increase views fast. So right there, I am basically saying, turn this thing on, right? So if you were in the gardening niche, it could be, use this fertilizer to increase or to grow your crops faster or to grow your tomatoes bigger, something like that, right? So it doesn't have to be turn on. It just means that whatever your niche is, you want to tell them to do something, right? It's like, if you do this, you will get this. Okay. So it's like turn on this YouTube feature to increase views fast. Okay. Do these dumbbell exercises to build bigger muscles fast, right? You see what we're doing there. You could use turn on if it works in your niche, but all I'm saying is that's what we're doing here. I'm also including YouTube in there because that's who I'm trying to attract. So if you're trying to attract over 40 men trying to build muscle, you probably want over 40 men in there. Okay. So that's the title that worked here. That's what I wanted to share with you. This one right here, YouTube is now in easy mode, especially for over 40 creators. Now I used over 40 because I wanted to get their attention and I wanted to show up in their YouTube home feed. Okay. So again, when we're talking about titles, this is why it's so important. We're doing it for the algorithm to know who to put it in front of, but then we also need some curiosity put in there, or we need something where it's a high interest, like someone wants to know about this thing, right? And so that's why these did very, very well. This one right here, I'll just throw this one in here for a last one here. Urgent message for creators. DoDash's YouTube AdSense deactivation warning. Now, I shot that video because she put out a video where she almost lost her account, or she thought she lost her AdSense account. It was funny because, not necessarily funny, but it was just ironic that I shot that other video, this one right here, and talking about you have to be careful because your AdSense account could get shut down. And then this happened. And then I was like, I got to shoot that video. So then urgent message for creators. Okay. I'm calling out creators, YouTube creators in general. And then it's urgent message. Okay. And then once again, DoDash, who's trending right now, use that name. And then I put YouTube AdSense deactivation warning. Okay. So you could use urgent message for gardeners. Right. And then maybe there's a popular gardener name, or maybe there's a popular brand. And then you would then put the brand in there, right? Urgent message for woodworkers. Okay. You could put in there DeWalt's QX500 router is recalled or something like that. Right. And then you would talk about that. So you see how we can work those titles. Once again, I cover that in that swipe file. I give you like 3 examples per title, and there's 10 of them. If you want a copy, just put hooks in the comments and I'll send it to you. Let me dig into the analytics here real quick. So this one here is for the turn on this YouTube feature to increase views fast. I mean, check this out. Started out pretty good, but then it had a little bit of a jump and then still going. But then look at this. We had another lift and right now it's getting lifted again. But man, check this out. 16,900 views, 1,100 watch hours, and then 623 subscribers. And this has only been published about 2 weeks ago, right? And it made $135. That's good too. But man, 5,682 views in the last 48 hours. I'll take it. All right, let's look at the other one. So this one here, why new YouTuber DoDash's success is risky. Major lesson. 40,500 views, 2,900 watch hours, 1,200 subscribers, and made $362.78. Pretty good. And it's still going. It's still steady and climbing. Okay. But check this out. 1,200 subscribers and 2,900 watch hours. That's almost what you need to get monetized. So do you see one video, one title could literally do this? That's why we want to start with the title. And then from there, we create the thumbnail and we shoot the video. Like that's what we want to do. And this one here is still getting views. We had 2,924 in the last 48 hours and it's still getting views every single hour right now. All right. So yes, titles are super important. And sometimes people like a visual on those titles. And if you want a visual, I actually shot a video right here showing you exactly those 10 titles that I just talked about. And I show you exactly how I use them. Watch that video next and I'll see you there.